In this lesson, we would be talking about conditions. So what are conditions in PHP really? Conditions are when we are using in order to do different things. Every single day you have questions. Are you going out to eat tonight? Are we watching a movie tonight? Are we doing this, that, this, that? So for all these questions, there is basically two answers. Yes or no. Yeah? Are we going out to eat tonight? The answer should be yes or no. So even in programming languages, you have questions like that. So for example, let's say that you are creating an application where you want to only enable people who are over 18 years of old, people who are over 18 years of age to enter into this application. So you should ask the user, are you over 18 years old? If not, you cannot enter. Only if you're 18, you can enter. So how can you create a scenario like this and do this with PHP in order to go back and forth and then figure out how we can yes or no, what is the solution? So for this, we're using conditions. Let's see how we can use them. So I'm going to create a new file and then say conditions. Oops, what was that? I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to create a new file and then say conditions.php. Once I have that, I'm going to get the PHP script up and then let's try to define a new variable. The variable I'm trying to define is age is equal to, let's say, 19. So once you have this variable up, now we need to come up with a way in order to understand how we can create this condition. So basically, a conditional statement has two keywords, a if keyword and an else keyword. If this happens, do this, otherwise do this. How we can create that is we can simply say if, and then we can say open bracket, close bracket, and then what we're going to do is we're going to have the condition in the middle inside the brackets. So the condition is our age needs to be, so I'm going to say age, which is the variable, I'm going to get that value, and then I'm going to have the condition by this thing called greater than symbol. So age needs to be greater than 18, and now I'm going to open curly bracket, close curly bracket. So between the open curly bracket and the closed curly bracket, this is where you can type stuff that happen if this condition turns true. If age is greater than 18, then it comes inside here and you can execute your stuff. But if age is less than 18, then you have an else statement. So you have else, and then you have open curly bracket, close curly bracket. And here, if age is less than 18, it comes down right here. So for example, if age is greater than 18, I'm going to display the fact that echo welcome to the party. Otherwise, I'm going to go into else and I'm going to say echo, sorry, you need to be over 18 to enter. So I'm going to have that. And now let's put this into the test. So let's go back into our Safari and change this into conditions and run this. And as you can see, it says welcome to the party. Why? It's because we have defined the age as 19. If we define the age as, let's say, 16, save this, get back here and refresh, it says sorry, you need to be over 18 to enter. So I'm gonna start casting. Okay, so as you can see, that's how conditions work. This is the condition, it turns true or false, and if it turns true, it goes inside here. If it turns false, it goes inside the else statement. If we try to go a step further and try to understand this a little bit clearer, I'm going to make the age 18 now, and I'm going to save this and go back and refresh. And it still says you need to be 18 to enter. Why is that? It's basically because the operator we're using right here is the greater than symbol, but when you want to compare the same numbers together, then you're not using greater than, you're also using greater than equal symbol. So greater than equal, save this, get back, refresh. Now it says welcome to the party even though the age is 18, because that's how it needs to happen. Secondly, in terms of if else, there is one more thing you need to learn. That is, there is something called else if. Else if means if you have more than one condition to be met at, if you have more than one condition, then you can always use else if. So for example, let's try to create a different scenario. Alright, let's try to make the scenario. Now I'm going to say the time right now. Time is, let's say, 10 o'clock. And I want to check here, if the time is less than 10 in the morning, then I want to display good morning. otherwise I want to display good day, and otherwise I want to display good evening. So I'm going to first check here if time is less than 10, which means 8:76 in the morning. So get inside here and I'm going to display good morning if the time is less than 10 in the morning. Otherwise I'm going to also do another check, another condition, and I'm going to say else if time is less than 20, and get inside here. Else if means another condition. If this doesn't work, then come down here and then execute this condition to see if that works. But if this doesn't work, then go down into else. Else is the last scenario. And here I'm going to display if time is less than 20, then display good day. Just have a nice day. Otherwise, if both of them doesn't work, then simply display good evening. So once we have that, you also have to have semicolon. You can have as much as you would like in else if conditions. You can have 1 else if condition, 3 else if, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't really matter. So that's how you use else if. And now if you go and then try this out, since time is 10 in the morning, it displays good day. Why? Because it has already passed good morning. So if you try to make this display good morning when it is 10, you can simply say less than equal to, and now it displays good morning. If you say, let's say you say 14, which is 2 p.m. If you say, let's say 22, which is around 11 o'clock, you get good evening. So as you can see, that's how you use 3 different else, if and else conditions. At the same time, here if you go back into the above example, here I want the party to be 18 plus, also I want the party to be 30 and under. So between the ages 18 and 30. How can you fix that? You can do one thing. You can use the else if condition and then check it out. But there is a little problem here. If you use else if right here, and if the age is already over 18, it doesn't go here, it doesn't come here, it only goes inside here and executes, and then that's it, done out of your entire condition. So 2 things you can do. One thing is you can have inside here, you can have another if condition. This is called a nested if condition, and you can say if age is greater, if age is actually less than, if age is less than 30, then welcome to the party. Otherwise, what you can do is you can say echo you are too old. So you're saying that. Now if you go back here and then refresh, it says welcome to the party. If you change this to 38, it says you are too old. As you can see, I don't really care about the user interface here. I just want to get the things done here. So as you can see, it says this. So this is a nested condition. At the same time, if you don't want this entire thing to take place, you can simply comment these lines so that they won't get executed. How you can comment them is you can say command /, so it will automatically comment each of these lines. Select the line you want to comment and then press command / or else control / in Windows computers. Alright, if you don't want that to happen but still wants the same 30 under thing, you can simply here at the same time you say age is greater than or equal to 18. You can say and which means another condition. Second condition is age is need to be less than or equal to 30 or just less than 30. Now it says sorry, you need to be over 18 to enter, and that's because the age is 38 and it doesn't go inside here, it goes inside the else. But now this doesn't really work, so you need to say you cannot enter, because you cannot say to a person you need to be over 18 to enter who is 38 years old. So now if you refresh, it says sorry, you cannot enter, as you can see. So that's basically the 3 ways how you can use conditions, and any questions always come into the Q&A, and see you in the next lesson.